start the recording and start the stream. Welcome to Turing Complete Tuesday. I think we're pretty damn close to finishing up this hotspot. So that's what I'm going to try and do today. If you would like a refresher on what exactly that is, feel free to ask in the chat and I will let you know. But otherwise, you can check out the VODs on YouTube as a quick catcher-upper on what exactly I'm trying to do here. Basically, I just want to see if I can make a Slack bot work successfully. So we've got most of the features implemented. It's just a matter of applications. Just a matter of actually getting them to work properly. All of them, like, they're all structurally there, but there's some bugs that seem to be crashing the application right now for reasons that I don't completely understand. So yeah, I'm gonna be trying to work on that today. If you want to hang, I'm chilling in the Discord as per usual. But otherwise, yeah, it's gonna be a pretty chill stream. Throw on some of my music. Let's see. Again, I don't know if the fucking plugin is working or not, but hopefully it is. Made for me. There we go. So, please on the music. There we go. Listen to City Love Red. You know, honestly, an easier way than relying on this plugin is I always put my Spotify in the same spot. I know what I could do instead is I could literally just make a little screen capture that just captures that little piece of my screen that has Spotify on it, and then just put that in the corner of my stream so people can just see it there and listen along if they'd like. That's really that seems like a pretty straightforward solution I could implement. Anyways, so first thing we got to do is hit that mf ngrok command ngrok http 3000, which sets up a little server that's going to be listening to it's going to be accepting, post and gate requests, so we can copy. We're going to be accepting calls there, which is what we're going to need to do with the Slack bot. The Slack bot needs to send the information somewhere to be processed. So we're going to be sending it to this computer for now. If I want to actually get this up and running somewhere more long-term, that's something else I'm going to need to figure out this episode. I could probably do Heroku, I think their free plan would possibly cover this, hopefully. Or I could get it set up on CSH server space. I think that's probably also an option. This song sounds nice. Emo the Bad Kid. Oh, sounds good. Place that. Okay. Now I think all of the commands are in place. Yep. Okay. Those all are routed to the correct spot. Their odds are set up properly. And let's just look over the code one more time. Now, last time, when I got to this point, I tried testing the regular odds challenge, and it errored out for some reason. So this is where I should look first before I try anything too crazy. I guess I should do PowerShell real quick. And say, ooh, new Ben Rossett, Shadow Galaxy. What am I looking for? So I need to do node index.js. Yep, cool. So now the bot is up and running. slash odds. Oh, let's read through our code, make sure it makes sense. So we start at the top. Got the config file, which contains all our information, including all of our sensitive variables that I can't show to you guys. I've got Express here, body parser, and Redis, which allows us to do all that stuff. Don't think I needed that, so I commented it out. Client will connect to the Redis DB and handle interactions between the DB. So this is our main code for connecting with the Redis database. Redis client auth, blah, 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 gets all the env codes. If error, couldn't authenticate, check your credentials, blah, blah, blah. Create the Express app, put on the port, listen on the port provided, unless there's an env port, which would be provided by something like Heroku if I were to use that. Then saying it's listening on that port. App use body parser, URL encoded, blah, blah, blah. So it's just telling it to read JSON type code, blah, blah, blah. Attach the slash command handler. So this is the main thing where it has a, it'll just accept anything, and it'll look for a post, the URL encoded, and then it'll run the slash command based on the information that's passed through that post. So, here we go. In the odds initiation, we're going to just go through a series of if checks. So, if the request.body.command is /odds, which is what this one would be initiate an odds challenge, then make sure that it's got the ID of somebody to be challenged, and you set that equal to challenged ID, so it splits it there, so it gets everything after the @ and before the symbol. And also splits at this halfway point because it sends back when it has these URLs encoded. I'll show you how it sends it here. So it has a slash and then it has the user. I just want this code because that's all I need to @ people. And that's also what it reads as the what's it called? Oh, I gotta save that. Shadow Galaxy. Upside Down by Fane also looks good. There's a request.body.userid here. Yeah, that is only from after the @ to this vertical symbol. So it only gets that ID bit, not the actual name. So I want to keep them the same when I'm making my hash, which is the next thing. Users can only have one challenge active at a time for now, so check the database first to see if there are any and handle that case. Okay. So then I have a helper function, which is defined down at the bottom. And this is where my friend thought the error might be coming up, is because basically in all of these if statements, I have to do a scan and I have to loop through all of the results from the scan, which has specific functionality, which you can look up on Redis, and I might show in a minute. But basically there's a cursor, and so you scan it, and you scan at a cursor position, and then it gives you back a new cursor position to continue your scan from, and then let keys equals reply 1, array of keys is second element. When you go big time, because I got stirred. All right. And then the keys are a series of keys that you can loop through, and then I want to go through each of the keys that's returned in the list. If keys for each, and then perform the function. So the way JavaScript handles these, you can have a so it's an asynchronous function. Asynchronous just means it'll wait, allows you to wait until an operation is completed, because if you don't need to, JavaScript will just let you keep going through the rest of your code while it's doing other things. So like while this scan is being performed on the database, it can continue writing stuff, but I need to get what it returns before I continue. So that's why I need to make this asynchronous, so then it can have this await keyword attached to this scan function, so then it can just do that on its own. Oh, you know what the problem is with putting on my thing there is that the fucking that's where I have my chat window. I need another monitor, honestly. I have OBS up on the second monitor, but I also have this nice like 4-window kind of conglomerate of chats for like Discord, Slack, Messenger, and then Spotify. But I can't have them both up at once. So if I'm looking at Spotify, I have to cover up the Twitch chat. 2 eyes by login, that looks good. Sounds good. But yeah, I have to pick one or the other. So anyways, back to the code. So yeah, you get the result back from this. This do while means that like it'll loop through, so it'll do all the stuff in here at least once, and then it has a check at the end of it. So then it checks to see if this cursor is equal, while the cursor is not equal to 0. So starts at 0, then this scan should return the reply 0 value should have either a new cursor or a 0 value, meaning that you've already reached the end of the scan. Reply 0. So right now, I think there should only be one thing in the database, so it should just return that, and then this thing should be 0, and that should finish the do while. But then it does a function for keys, which brings us back to what goes on in here. So Redis scan helper, all of this functionality is all of this, right? Wait. What? Hold on a second. Where is the... Oh, okay. Okay. So, all of this code is just the function that gets performed in this for each loop. That's what's getting passed. Like, this is a function that's supposed to be passed, and so it gets passed right here. I believe. Is that how that works? Right? Pass a function. Yeah, no, because trying to see, maybe I missed some parentheses. Odds. Yeah, okay. So yeah, inside this initial parentheses. Yeah, inside this so everything inside these parentheses is the parameter that gets passed to Redis scan helper, which in turn is an anonymous function with the keyword of hashed that then gets used in this anonymous function. Anonymous meaning it has no official name. Like Redis scan helper is a defined name for it, but this does not have a defined name because it doesn't need one. So, yeah, anyways, so it looks through the list and it makes sure that there's only, that there's no pre-existing challenges there for any of these users. Because if there is, then we got to cancel it out. Because I'm not exactly sure how I want to handle having multiple challenges out at one time, so I just don't want to deal with it for right now. So that's just how this is going to get handled. So if let the involved parties blah 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 for each ID. So it takes the ones that exist in the database and splits them. And if the user ID or the challenged ID are either of those, then respond that you have an outstanding challenge, resolve that first, or cancel with cancel odds. And then that's the end of that. And then we also have to handle the bad case of the user trying to handle the challenge themselves. And so response.json, you can't challenge yourself, so just prevent that bad case. And then return. And then if none of those cases turn out to be true, then we create the hash with the fields for all, print in odds, challenge data in Redis by combining the initiator and challenge IDs. We shouldn't need these anymore. I'll just keep them there in comments for now. But since they're included in the hash itself, you don't really need these as their own fields. I don't feel like, because I've already got the nomenclature with the I don't know what you call this, just the straight symbol. I don't know, the not slash. But then yeah, so I create the hash by combining the user ID and the challenged ID, and then I set their upper limit. I just set them to default values, so they need an upper limit. They need odds for the initiator and odds for the challenge, and then send back the successful response if all has gone well. So here's the thing. All of this came back. This came back when I challenged Angela to odds. This message got sent back. So that was successful. And then, but then it gave me an error on this end and crashed the app. And so that's what I need to figure out. So I guess let me just troubleshoot starting at that point. So we'll go bot span. What was the error log that we got? CGCs. Yeah, we got an allocation failure. I have no idea what that means. So I'll have to look up what that's about. Slash odds at a eat the egg but again. Okay. So then, see, that also shouldn't work because it should have, what's it called? It should have, fuck. What am I looking for? It should have errored out here with an outstanding challenge because I've already challenged her. But obviously, it doesn't actually go through because these errors come back. And I don't know why. So I need to figure out what the hell is going on here. But I don't know where I'd start, you know? Don't know exactly what I'd be looking for here. Figure that out. Fatal error, ineffective mark compacts near heap limit allocation fail. I'll just copy this, I guess. When I run Ionic 3 project using Ionic serve command, getting this error. Max old space size node modulars. Yeah, see, this is a common and lovely issue with running into coding problems. It's that these are all super case specific, and so, you know, I don't think anybody's gonna have the exact specific case that I have. What can I try? Slack bot Redis Try that. Slack-Redis. Slackbot Redis, Slackbot Redis. Fix a fatal error. How to fix the fatal error. This might be also a point where I just need to contact people. Gamers. Actually, before I try it, this I should go with the suggestion that I got. Here. So somebody told me that this do while is probably gonna have a bad time. So I'm curious. It shouldn't have any issues. Like, the do while code is coded properly, so as long as it gets good values, then it should be fine. But what might be happening is that this never returns true, so that would be an issue. So I'm going to console.log the cursor and make sure that that does read out 0 at some point. It should read out 0 instantly because there's nothing to print. You know, I'll also console.log keys. Just log those out. Just see what we get there. Give that a try. All right. Let's give this another go. Bot spam. /odds. And if I do this, it should just error out. Yep. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Why is it returning undefined? Okay. Let's end that real quick. Okay. Also, wouldn't it? Oh, I need to check something. So here's, I'm gonna Redis scan. There we go. Scan, iteration start, so cursor set to 0. So it puts them in the quotes. I'm just going to cover all cases here. Cursor. That needs to be ands. So while cursor is not 0 and cursor does not equal 0, the string, and it's not equal to cursor is not equal to null, and cursor is not equal to undefined. Also, though, these undefineds, I don't know if they were it just runs out the fucking text log, so I can't tell either. That should handle all the cases. TM. I don't know which one this actually is, but give that a try. All right. And let's just do a bad run real quick. /odds at Nick Dante. Yahoo. Okay, yeah, I can't challenge myself. Undefined, undefined. Okay. So new cursor is the first element. Okay. So. All right. But. This also seems like a situation where it could be getting it before it finishes? What if I just say let? I don't know if const makes sense there. Odds at Nicholas V. Woo! I can't challenge myself. Still returning undefined. Am I using await correctly? JS await. Used for a promise. It can only be used inside an async function. Returns the fulfilled value of the promise. Or the value itself if it's not a promise. Okay. Redis node JS scan. I don't want to use somebody else's package just for scanning. Like, I feel like I should be able to do this on my own. Maybe I can look at this guy's code and see what he's doing. Me use blah each scan. Where is his code? See the Redis scan command documentation. Information about how to write patterns for matching the guarantees, caveats, etc. Yeah, but where is the code? Run kit. Right. Oh, there we go. Okay. Redis scan.js. Constructor Redis. This.redis client equals Redis. Okay. Where are you getting Redis from? Constructor Redis. Okay. Each scan method parameter object, parameter function. Matches recursive scan. Build scan command parameters using the match option and a possible key. Okay. Gotta this Redis client method parameters error data. Okay. Scan calls return an array with 2 elements. The first element is the next cursor. Cursor matches equals data. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing differently. What am I doing wrong here? You know? Redis client.scan. Hold on. I don't think this is gonna help me. I don't know enough about their code. And what is scanner? Using Redis scan in Node. I have Redis with a lot of keys in some format that I don't use keys since it's not recommended in production. Using scan, I'm wondering what is the best way to write it in code. I have to do something like a while loop, but using promises. My current solution looks like this, blah, blah, blah. You can recursion keep calling until done. Pass result, you can try the snippet to scan 100 keys per iteration, then delete. Cursor scan, pattern callback, client.scan. Cursor match pattern count 1000. Cursor reply equals 0. Ooh. Oh. Throw it into the function? Maybe I should do that. Maybe that's better than making async. Yeah. Okay. Let's try that. Here. Cursor scan. Arg string callback. Arg1 string. Okay, yeah, I can just do it with the callback directly. So we can do error, reply, and then make an arrow function and put it there. Okay. Oh man. Sounded pretty good. I've been so focused on the code I haven't listened to the music. Eternity Forever is probably good. Oh, we already at this. Eternity Forever just puts out the same songs on different albums every 5 minutes on Spotify. So while I have that song, it isn't saved in my library. Good. Flex. Dark Disco. Sounds alright. Can't be stopped. Oh, this is that dude that was in the Nexpo video, Dad Feels. Did somebody else just initiate a challenge? Okay. New cursor value is the first element. Okay, so how would I do this? We just do if error, throw error. if error working properly. All right. So instead of doing it as an async, just to get rid of that, and then if error, then throw it. Error. Is there anything else? No, I can just make this a one-liner. There we go. Then else. There we go. Cursor. Cursor equals apply. Actually, we can just. Can we just take this and put it all in there? Let's try that. Shift Alt F. There we go. Okay. So Redis.scan cursor, and then it goes. It has a callback function that will run when this thing returns, and it returns with an error and a reply. If there's an error, throw it. Else, let the cursor equals reply 0. Console log cursor, console log keys. Or if keys is the second element. If keys, then for each, run that function. Now, that's fine, but actually, no, that should still work, because it still updates the cursor in here, and then that's fine. Console log error, cursor, and then keys for each, and runs it. So now this should do what I was trying to do with asynchronous. Still just do it the same, and these should still cover all the cases. I think, probably, hopefully. So I'll just restart the application here. Listing of port 2000. Plus odds. Hang. Okay. Challenged. Throw new headers set. Cannot set headers after they are sent to the client. Okay. So count 0. Okay, so it's listing them now. Is that her? I guess that's her username. I know that one's mine. So I guess that's hers, because they're not the same. But it's weird that it lists them. Like, I guess maybe it has stored them at some point. Razor keys. If keys for each function keys. Throw new HTTP header sent set. Snip. New. Okay. Copy and paste. Oh, I changed the scan to include a callback that can throw errors. Now this is what shows up. Okay, error HTTP headers set. Cannot set headers after they are set to the client. At server response set header lib response index hotspot index JS 5017. Okay. Where's line 50? Line 50. Cannot set headers after they are sent to the client. But I'm not setting the header, am I? At involve for each ID. Yeah, no, this is the response.json. So it's erroring. Okay, so which points out, so that told me that that line is where the error is happening. Let's look at this again. So it's saying that cannot set headers after they're sent to the client. But I haven't sent anything to the client yet. Have I? This is supposed to be where I send things back to the client. I just get the stuff in the request, and this is how I respond, you know? Not really sure why that is the case. Handled bad case of a user trying to challenge themselves. Let me try that real quick. Let me see what it responds in the JSON. Okay, now if I do slash odds at myself. Oop. Can't challenge yourself. What is it? It's still sending an error. That's interesting. And it still lists us as having an outgoing challenge. So... I was listening to port 3000. Outgoing JS. Alright. I'm gonna redirect to programming. Hashtag. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna get some help in here. Hello, gamers. Back at it again with the odds. Today, I'm trying to trouble that crash I ended last week on. At TJ mentioned do while would probably cause some issues if not inspected closely. So I modified that first to look like this. Let me snip that bad boy. Oops. Cancel. Need to go down here, grab this. Copy, paste. Instead of trying to use async / await, I just put everything in a callback from the scan, and also expanded the break cases to hopefully cover everything. That post message. I am not currently just using the text property in the response JSON. Let's see, programming. Now I'm getting this error when I perform any /odds action. Points to this line of code. Okay. That JSON. But I don't see how me that first instance of me messing with the response and maybe I'm missing something, but I don't think that okay, well, you don't need to kill me like that. Type of would tell me what type it is. It also is a number. This should be fine. Yeah, okay. Throw new error. Both parties and helper. Yeah, no, that's so it's inside of there. So this is the innermost point. As callback, as normal reply, yeah. So as if cursor. Cursor and but how about the other issue? Let me look up let's see where I'm getting the response stuff that I was looking up before. Not to do that. I could look into. Actually, it should probably be in my code. I think it's at the top. Open. Missed out on more music. The edge is like, okay. Too sad. Popcorn Castle does sound very good. Little Sad Night sounds okay. Where's Slack? Slack / command. Response.json interactive buttons. Text response type. Yeah, so this is how it sends it in the official code. So I don't understand why it wouldn't be working for me. It's not exactly like this, but I found a template in Slack bot kit builder and thought it might look cool. Song is too sad. Actually, no, I'll see. I can remove it later if I don't like it. Sound. Sounds good. Mazes sound. Turn up the volume a little bit. Yeah, okay. Sometimes I gotta double check to make sure it's not playing out to the stream so I don't get demonetized. Yeah, see that's, I don't understand. For reference, this is what I was basing my request response handling on. It has cases or where is it? No, where did I flash command? Okay. Yeah. So if request.text.split 0. Yeah. Contype. Oh, okay. Type equals button. So. Yeah, response.json, and then it has interactive buttons. What does interactive buttons have, though? Maybe I'm missing something that it needs? It has a text parameter, response type, attachments, and that's it on the list? There's nothing else. Yeah, no. These are all just things specific for the interaction thing that I won't need for my bot. Same format of accepting and then returning JSON with specified line. It's the same format for looking at the request params and then returning JSON with the specified info that I'm using. As far as I can tell. So I really don't get why the app thinks I'm trying to set headers client. My response.json line. Says client. I'm not sure if it's referring to the app on my end or the Slack user that Slack's end who sent the post in the first place. It sets the headers automatically? Okay. Oh, this sounds nice. 21 pilots. Damn. All right. I can vibe with 21 pilots. Sounds pretty nice. All right. Where's content type? Turning. That's the content type header to tell the requester that you're returning application JSON. Fucking Clankadante, you gotta fucking chill, bro. Copy this. Let's check out this error. Yeah, that's no longer the error that we're getting. We're getting a new error. Some issues when trying to access redirected. Get request on authenticate. Res.redirect console. Okay, cool. Console spends a send authentication failed. The res object and express is a subclass of Node.js's http.server response. Read the http.js source. You are allowed to call response.setHeader as often as you want until you call response.writeHead status code. After writeHead, the headers are baked in and you can only call res.writeDead and finally res.end. The error can't set headers after they're sent means that you're already in the body or finished state, but some function tried to set a header or status code. When you see this error, try to look for anything that tries to send a header after some of the body has already been written. For example, look for callbacks. Look for callbacks that are accidentally called twice, or any error that happens after the body is sent. In your case, you called res.redirect, which has caused the response to become finished. Then your code threw an error, response.request is equal to null. Since the error happened within your actual function, not within a callback, Connect was able to catch it and then tried to send a 500 error page. But since the headers were already sent, Node.js has set header through the error that you saw. Okay, I think we're getting a little closer. JSON. Response must be in head and becomes finished. Response must be in head and remains in head. Response must be in head and becomes body. Response So is it because... It might be, so I'm getting the idea here that I need to set the header first, and then the JSON shouldn't be able to modify that, or that the header needs to be in this JSON. There's nothing else, there's no other response dot before response.json, right? Yeah, every time there's a response.json, it returns immediately afterwards. Okay. To solution, but still confused because it talks about how multiple res dot calls can fuck with each other if they're in a bad order, but all of my res dot calls are isolated and return immediately, so that shouldn't be the case for me. I can take a look at my old code and see if that provides any hints. See how that goes. Interesting. Wait, May 3rd. Never mind. That makes sense. My repos. Oddspot. Actually, no, I don't want my oddspot. Repo. Rubber ducky. No, wait. Every word of story should be newer. Yeah. Okay. Server app.js. Use set if router app. Split between so many files. Didn't make any sense. Maker controllers word.make. Okay. Controllers. Index. Nope. Res.render account. Renders account management page. Res.render account. Serif token. Username. Time between posts. Do these... do any of these use .json? Ah, here we go. .status and then .json. Let's give that a try. All right. Go in here. We say, what are the different? I need to figure out what the error code should be. HTTP. Codes. HTTP status. Status codes. $200's okay. So we should set that over here. Response dot .status 200, then .json. Right? That's how I was doing it. Yeah. Okay. The successful, no user specified. What's the bad input? Client errors. Bad requests. Successful, conflict gone, length required. Bad request, server cannot fill due to an apparent client error. There we go. So we should probably just be putting in a bunch of 400s. That's status 400.json, and then in my case, if he's trying to challenge themselves, .status 400. Can only have one challenge active at a time. Server errors not implemented. So I'll respond with a 501 on this one because I haven't implemented the ability to have multiple requests out. Rewrite this to make it more apparent. Outstanding challenge at a time. Solve that first or cancel it with. Okay. Balance that status. Status, response to status, response to status, response to status. Alright, I had to do that with all the other ones. Response.status dot 200 dot response.status. Copy the status 400. Bad value. User is not challenged, tell them so. Alright. And then. Oof, boy. Response.200. Response.400. Response.200, response.400, response.400, response.200. Okay. And then this is response.400. Okay. So you have no active challenges right now. That's a 400. You have canceled your challenge successfully. That's a 200. User's not challenged. 400 makes sense. 400 makes sense here. Bad value. Default successful odds committed message. Yes. So that's another 200. They've already entered the odds, so that's a 400. 200 of both parties have their odds, and that's successful. Response these are not challenged. That's 400. Bad value 400. Successful value. Okay. Response status. I guess no user specified. 200. Successful. Specify. You can't challenge yourself. And yep. All right, that all looks good to me. Problem because Delta render the page and then send headers to a request that's already been finalized. Attach a dot status before doing any dot JSONs. See if that works. All right. So that's all saved. Give that another try. Node index.js. Bot is listening. Okay. You're all good to go. Bot spam. At ping. Nope. Need to do slash bots first. At ping. Eat the egg one more time. That one. Where's programming? Any JSON calls. Why does this not work? Fugma. Fugma, Sugma, Lugma. Okay. Why does this not work? I do not understand. What is the problem? Is it the fact that it's like doing a for each loop? Let's go through the loop again. Okay. You get a scan. You have a do while. You have your cursor equal to 0. If there's an error, throw it. But it gets... Bot spam. Bot sends challenge initiation message successfully. App still crashes. Where does scan helper? So it doesn't, and it's not crashing here. Because it gets into here, and it prints it, and then it does the for each. If keys, and then gives keys.for each. It has the one. It has the one that's listed here, and then for each function. So then we go back up and we check odds, and gets to here, looks at the hash that's passed in, looks at the involved parties. It does a for each. If blah blah blah, reach.id. Why? HTTP outgoing JS 47011. Is there something? Go back to Slack. Quick. /commands. Okay. Responding to commands. There are three main ingredients to the response cake. Acknowledge the receipt of the payload. Do something useful in the response right away, or do something in response later. The first is like the cake. The first is like the cake itself, a required minimum. The other two are like the optional icing and toppings. We'll examine this more closely, get our fingers sticky. Confirming receipt. This is the step which lets Slack and therefore the user know that the command was successfully received by the app, regardless of what the app intends to do. You can do this by simply sending back an empty HTTP 200 response to the original request. If you don't do this, the server user will be shown an error message that indicates that the / command didn't work. Not a great experience for the user, so you should always acknowledge receipt, unless, of course, you didn't receive the command, but then you wouldn't know not to respond. Now we fall into a logical paradox, blah, blah, blah. This confirmation must be received by Slack within 3,000 milliseconds of the original request being sent. Otherwise, a timeout was reached will be displayed to the user. If you couldn't verify the request payload, your app should return an error instead and ignore the request. The HTTP 200 response doesn't have to be empty, however, if it can contain other useful stuff. A plain cake isn't all that tasty, so maybe we should add some icing. Sending an immediate response. As mentioned, you can include more substantive info in the body of your HTTP 200 response. In fact, you can use any of the complex formatting or blockhead layout options that are available when sending any message. You can include this message either as plain text in the response body or as a JSON payload in the response body with a content type header of application JSON. Yeah. Getting confused here. Is this just like... I just don't get why this doesn't work. I'm missing something. No. It's not. Yeah, and this just... Interactive buttons. Is it because it's using a different thing at the top? Do I not have HTTP? Is that something that I need up there? Slack, Web API, Axios, and Body Parser. I don't know what. HTTP to create server. Yeah, no, I'm just using ngrok. Client blah, blah, app equals express port app.listen. Yeah, that's just a different way of doing the same thing, I think. Or I'm just using ngrok where this thing is using Express's server capabilities. I am not entirely sure, but I don't think that's what's causing the issue, you know? It shouldn't... Ah! Why? Outgoing 470. Go back to Slack's functionality. X, blah, blah, blah. Markdown. No, that's not. No, wait. Block kit layout options. Oh, that's just for formatting. Text messages, which is not something I'm really worried about. Yeah, no, that's not it. Any message. Posing, applying to your message, sending messages. Is there? Management auth, channels read, chat, write bot, save changes. Request, picking the right conversation, dynamically composing your message. Okay. App requires Slack Bolt. WhatsApp, new token, signing secret, your signing secret, function, publish message, console, wait, app, client, chat, post message, token, blah, 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 channel ID, text. Also use blocks array to send richer content. She includes information about the message. Oh, good lord. HTTP. Post H. Is it here? Is this the problem? Maybe. That might be it. Give that a look. My older code. Login request response. how's it looking at my code? App.post. Okay. Then it does the body URL, which is what it does. Again, it's what it does here, but this apparently doesn't work, so I guess I'll die. Maybe it's because it's using HTTP. That could be an issue. Button. Okay. Scroll up here. Let that use app equals express. This is what I have here. Body URL, URL code extended slash. That's the same. It's literally the same. Let's type. Stop body to text. Type equals button. And the okay, yeah, this is just something that is filled in or runs this function. This might be causing me issues. I'll just post that in there and see if that gives anybody else any ideas. I could have sworn I had KK Cruisin' as a song. K.K. Yeah. Oh. Okay, it's the same thing. It's just made by different people. Vidya. Ooh. Nice. What are they messaging me about? My peg is sideways since I'll be working on it for a while. Faces, so be extra. Okay. Lovely. Oh, no, no. No, I don't like this anymore. Why do you have to scream? Oh, come on. It's like we're so close to getting it working successfully. It's just this one hiccup. Ah! Don't understand. I want to fix this before the end of the stream. I've got to be able to figure this out. This shouldn't be Shouldn't be this difficult. Post. I don't know. I also don't know if I do app.post, what else would what would I put in there if not this line, you know? Attach to Slack / command. Where is every word a story? Okay. Post. Let's go to, I think, app.js or router. It's probably router. Yeah. Triangles app. But then it just calls a bunch of functions. Parses request bodies. Post is made to there. Get all words. Now let's sign up. Yeah, this should all... Hey, how many lines do I have in here? It's only 200 something lines. That's not that bad. Got a big ass if check, but that's about it. Cannot set headers after they're sent to the client. Like that sound. Salvador Dali with the From Here remix. FRUMHERE remix. But why? Throw error. Cannot set headers after they're sent to client. Server response.header. Response involve parties for each ID. Okay, now it's saying that it's starting at 5029. So yeah, it's going to, as soon as I hit the .json. But it's not though. It's not though. It's really not though. Why? Sir, I have to know why you're doing this to me. Okay, if I go back to press 4.x. Where's JSON? Where's JSON? Where is it? Sends a JSON response. This method sends a response with the correct content type. That is a parameter converted to a JSON string using JSON.stringify. Parameter can be any JSON type, including object, array, string, boolean, number, or null. You can also use it to convert other values to JSON. JSONP support. I'm gonna accept that it opts into JSONP callback support. Okay, that's great, but not really. What I need here press only res.attachment. Sets the HTTP response content description header field to attachment if a file name is given. Sets the content type based on the extension name via res.type. They might have just mislinked on this one. Not entirely sure. Come on, somebody, please. Please, somebody has to have a better idea what the fuck's going on than I do. Content disposition header field to attachment. If a file name is given, already in the body or finished state. So this response must be in head and becomes finished. Status set header. Get header, remove header. Jar set content type. Press only. In head and becomes body. Body remains in body. Response can be in either head, body, it becomes finished. It sounds like somehow it's already finished. Or maybe okay. I'm thinking might be happening is that so we have this in a loop, right? I'm gonna put on some other music quick. Uh, I think what might be happening is that it goes and does a for each, but it only has one. Um, the only way this could be hitting this is that if it's here. All right. Console.log. I've been hit. Okay. So what I'm thinking is that this is getting hit twice somehow. Don't know how, but I need to make sure that's being hit twice to actually go and test this. Because I think, although I don't know, I gotta at least try it. Let's see. What am I doing? Slack. Slash odds. Do I have? Yeah, I have it listening. Odds. Happening. Please. Okay. It only hits it once. And it's in there because we've already. This challenge has already been hit. But it's only getting hit once. So what the fuck is the problem? Console.log. I've been hit. I'm just gonna. Hit. And I need. Why is it low? Oop. No user hit. Okay. Self-challenge, outstanding challenge. Self-challenge. Damn. Just cancel odds. What the fuck? No, cancel odds doesn't work either. That's so weird. Okay. So do odds at myself. HTTP client error. What the fuck? Okay, yeah. Now it's not even sending the message? Why? Why? I can't even start to fathom why cancel odds isn't working. Ugh. Cancel odds, ready to scan, helper. Is it showing an ngrok? Okay. If I go to PowerShell and I say index, and I've got the thing running, and I go to Slack, I do / cancel odds. So that's just, it just doesn't get anything? Why? I don't understand. Forwarding, region United States. Bruh. Maybe ngrok is causing issues? That doesn't seem like that would make any sense at all, though. This should be, especially because they've got so much time left. So, no, I don't think that's it. Bot's still live. And it's not erroring out. Just, I don't know what it's doing. Cancel odds. Oh. Did I misspell it? Guess you misspelled it. Okay. right? Slash cancel odds. Else if commit odds. Set odds. Odds itself. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I am a buffoon. Now I do cancel odds. Well, that's not the same error as before. Or lack of error. HTTP client error. So, is this gonna show up clear now? I wonder. No, it doesn't even clear it successfully. Why? I think it might be this for each, man. I don't know. Even if there's only one there, it should... Like, it should do it. I don't know. I don't know how else to fucking end it. If it's... See what the return keyword does exactly. JS return. Ends function execution and specifies a value to be turned to the function caller. I think... No, you don't have to notify me about it. Okay, so let's think about the logic for this. We say return, which returns to this helper, right? And then it keeps looping, even though it's already hit something. So I think it needs to break. Maybe. I don't know what I would do here. Sincerely. Because I guess what I'm thinking when I say return, I'm thinking of return in the sense of what's it called? Returning out of this if statement. But really it's returning out to Redis scan helper, which then is going to keep looping. And that's not great. We only wanted to basically I just only if it's got a large array of stuff, you know, then it needs to keep looping through. But as soon as it finds anything, then it needs to stop. So I think maybe I'll need to make something that just returns a value. At least for these ones. Return. Yeah, because these aren't in Redis scan helper. So, right. Keys. Okay, yeah, that's the function it passes in. Yeah, I think. Is there anything that can just like completely end something? Just end an interaction entirely? Hmm. Browser compatibility, support, yada yada. Here's combination of a function bundled. Function scope from an inner function in JavaScript. Closure is created every time a function is created at function create time. Closure alert name. That's related to what I'm doing with this helper function. Hmm. Hmm. Loves Kanye. No honeybee. Too sad. Bonfire. Okay. Hmm. Maybe. I think I might know what I need to do. Okay. Here's how we avoid all of this. Instead of, I mean, we can return here if we want to, but what I'm thinking is we create a JSON object and then return it here in the helper if need be, instead of inside of these inner functions. How would I format that though? That's the question. Scan helper hash. So I need to return on the function. So function, I need to return each. I am the bonfire, make me stronger, like me harder. status code equals 0, let res JSON equal. There we go. Okay. Now status code gasoline. All right. So that's there. And then we scan, we look, and if there's keys, then you do keys.for each. And if it returns, I mean, I guess if it returns anything, then we need to do something. Right? Yeah. I needed to return a JSON object that has the status code that I want to send and the response. And then I need, if that's the case, then... Okay. Do for I equal 0, I plus plus, I less than keys dot length. Okay. Now put that in there and say we'll do func, say status what do I have we respond to it? Response helper. Here's all the things we'd say. Just cancel the challenge. Yeah. Let's cancel the challenge. Ooh, response type. La. Oh, no. So say let response equal function with key as keys at I. If response, then we will then we will do a response dot JSON. Yeah. We'll say status code equals response dot status code, and then we'll say res JSON equals response dot JSON. Okay. And then we will do res dot JSON made more awesomer. Right. It's all in here, so can't necessarily do it in here. Yeah, just undo this for now. That might be what I need to end up doing, but I need to figure out another way. Oh. Okay. Let's keep it on for each for now. It keeps it looking clean. Why is there a fucking... Go to programming. Alright. Another thing might be that when I call return after sending the res.json call it goes back up to the next iteration of the helpers for each, which could then cause some issues if there's more than one entry, but there isn't right now. So am I... in my head, I'm thinking like I want to. Hello, Goku Craft. How's it going? I'm just trying to troubleshoot this code right now. See, right now I'm getting all these errors when I'm trying to work with HTTP post requests and sending a response. It's saying that I am trying to set headers after I've already sent a response, which I don't want to do, and I don't think I am doing right now, TM, but it's saying I am, so I guess I am somehow. So right now, I've got, I need to, I have this helper function that's supposed to loop through a database and perform a function, perform a case-specific function on it, which is defined case by case right here via an anonymous thing. And so it does that, but then it says that once I get to here, it says that there's an error where I'm already setting the headers after they're being sent to the client, which I don't want to do. But I don't know why that's the case. And so if I think what the problem might be, one possible problem, is that I'm hitting return, and I think that just returns on this function, whereas what I wanted to do is I wanted to return on this function. So I need to figure out a way to do that, like return out of the whole thing, just end it all instead of just ending this, So I'm not exactly sure how to do that. Let's see. Or it just ends this anonymous function and then it keeps looping through there, which is also not good. I need to break out of the highest level. So let's see if I can find that. JS return that breaks out of all nested functions. Parent function from a child function. I have a parent function and several nested functions. I have to be able in a nested function, instead of doing return and go back to the parent function, do some kind of return to. It also exit the parent function, not only nested ones. Is there a way to do that? As far as I know, the flag way you described is the clean way to do it. You dive in and then you bubble back up the reverse direction you went in. To do it any other way, for example, a go-to statement to send you directly to the arbitrary location would enable spaghetti code and is not recommended. Don't worry about putting in 3 or 4 lines. Your code might be way longer than that anyway. Anyway, some alternative method for accomplishing what you want would probably be that many lines also. And then I can use some flag variable and then the parent function have each time if flag return. But I want to avoid to have duplicated code if possible. Yeah, I guess that's how I need to do it too. At each time if flag return. How would I do that? How would I send it here? Also, I need to pass it in, right? No bad case. These need to be else ifs? Hmm. Where would I put the flag? Oh, God. I don't know, man. This code is really starting to slip out of my control. Um. Yeah. Alright, let's try this. Let response set equal false. Okay. Now. Okay, we know these are all getting hit at the right times. These console logs go away. I think that's the only places that I put them, so. Okay. We have response set equals true. If, here's the simplest way I could think of doing it, the most straightforward way. And it's gonna be so dumb. If not response set. Here we go. The response set equals opposite of response set, which is true. Less lines. Okay. I need to fucking do that on every single one of these. Nope, nope, not that part. If not response sent also, I think the return should probably go outside. Nope, just want to go down here, thank you. Put this next to the other ones. Up. Alright. If not response set. Oh, hold on, I need to set response set equals to true in all of them. There we go. Okay. Now we. God, this is so dumb. This should not be how things need to go. Okay. responding. There's blah blah blah. Okay. Set those. Da, da, ba, ba, ba. 250624. Oh god. This is so dumb. Ugh. Gotta copy all this shit in here. Alright. There we go. Put all that in there. This. There we go. Status. This, put this in here. Okay. Also status. Okay. Nope. Nothing there. There we go. Why? No. Okay. Yep. Yep. And I can return the response sent status. Methinks that's the play. Yeah, I think this can actually work. Okay. These are already, these don't have anything in them. Response sent. Yeah. Okay. You haven't been challenged. There we go. Take this, cut it, paste it. Take this, copy, paste it, and then no. Yep. Take this, copy it, put it in here, and take this. Okay. If this doesn't work, then I think I'm just gonna have to cut it for today, because I have no idea what else I could be doing here. Yeah, okay, so let's see. If the response Response. Alright, needs to be res dot status. Okay. Look for all those. If response, oh, this one needs to be modified. 11 till Monday, my dear. Okay. Now, it does that. Response sent. Response set. Response set. Response set. Response set. Response set. Response set. Yep. Status. Response sent. 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 All of them. Cool. Now I'm gonna say do a for loop. Keys. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna go back and we're gonna do this thing again. We're gonna do the for loop. For let I equal 0, I plus plus I, or no, it's I less than keys dot length. I plus plus, put them in, and we say let response set let R equal func on keys I. If R is one that I loved by anyone. Wanna die. If let's see, let's do another let loop breaker equal false. Found flag to break the loop if the key here, I'll actually just call it key used. Makes more sense in this context. Key used. So break the loop if the key being looked at was used. So we can just let key used if key used and this loop, and then we can also extend that to this and while cursor not key used. Does that make sense? Makes more sense if it's put out here, I think. Was used. Okay. Yeah. Okay, if key used. I think that would do it. And now we just have to, every time we go to scan helper. Okay. Turn response set. Two of 5. Now yep, so then we have to go in here. 5. Now, where does this end? Okay. Turn. Oh, it's already a thing. Okay. Turn there. And not challenged. Yeah, that one you don't need to set the response set in there. We shouldn't, anyways. 4. Turn that. All right. That is either gonna be it, or it's gonna be... I think this thing should work. I fuck it. Before I read his advice, I'm just gonna try this, because... God damn it. I've gotta try. Okay. Saved it. Now I'm gonna run it again. Node index. Bot's listening. Now we go to bot spam slash cancel odds. Challenge ID is not defined. Index.js 224. Not defined. 224. Oh, yeah. If ID we can change this to actually this doesn't even need to be here, right? For each, yeah, no, that should be fine. There might be multiple cases of that actually. For each ID. Let's see, what was the other one? Makes sense here. Challenge ID. Yes. Yeah, okay, that one it does make sense. It didn't make sense in cancel odds. Okay. Index. Okay. Now what is the problem? Why? Okay, well, it... Hey? Okay. Whatever. It at least cleared out the array. That's good. What is it saying on ngrok? Bad gateway. What the... Okay, slash odds at ang... moment of truth. Eat the egg. Oh! Oh! Ah! I swear to God, this might be it. I might have fucking cracked it. Final moments. Oh. When a response is sent, and it isn't breaking. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. I can taste it. So responsive JSON returning, calling it in. Move to a for of loop, for const foo of bar, so that the return I just want to see if this works before I work on making it pretty. Oh, God damn it. Cannot read properties 0 of null. Wait, why? That shouldn't... check if hash.split lady for me. That should... Eh? Let upper limit request up body to text up match. Yeah. That's this line. Okay. Why is this... Okay, maybe I'm reading it incorrectly. Does JS match return an array? An array. No, it returns an array. Context depends on the presence or absence of the global G flag. Or null if no matches are found. Okay. Cannot read property of null. Drop a true one. Alright. Come on. This shouldn't be that hard. I just hate having to put in more if statements, I guess. Index. Redis. Yeah, okay. If just upper limit, I'm pretty sure. Here. There we go. Alright. And then we take this, we say copy there, and we say if that's a thing, then we say upper limit equals that. Okay. Let upper limit, no. Wait for days. Console.log that. Okay. And then we just for console.log upper limit. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. At Anna, can you try on again? All right. Let's see. Nine inhibitions in my definition. I was starting to get by. Take me on direction of the affection. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. So yeah, so it's reading out here. I'm just have a console.logs. Wait, why is it? Didn't I put that in here? Oh, wait, what? Yeah, why would I? Oh, never mind. She hasn't done it. Oh, never mind. I lost all my patience. Okay, that's just for the future. Madness. I know that one's mine, so it's getting Angela's correctly. Make it make sense. I can see. So get rid of this real quick. Yeah, so she called it and then logged these two things, but it didn't log this one, which indicates to me that she didn't put in a valid number. I'll double check to make sure I got the regex right, but I'm pretty sure that's extracting numbers from text with regex. Match numbers in the given string using either the following regex expression. Oh, okay. Regex equals Um, Sample 1, enter sample text, next line. The sample. The given string R. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Nine, play a pattern object and pattern compile regex. Creating a matcher object, pattern not matcher. I think. Well, we've already ended the stream time, so I'll control C this or restart one more time. Let's say, let's try a bunch of different things. Odds at myself, just making sure that's working again. Oh, it's because I'm sending them with not 200s, I think. So I send it, let's see, another one. Third one. Why? Um, uh, yeah, because all it should be doing, set odds. Yeah, no, and all it should take is just a text. So if I do slash set odds, looks attached, reloaded it with a different regex format. Question mark. What is this reading out? I want to know. That's not really what I'm looking for. Alright. Well, I'm gonna end the stream for today. We're definitely closer to having it good to go. I definitely need to pretty it up some and make these tactics not so disgusting to look at. But thanks for watching. I'll be around tomorrow for whatever Wednesday. I might be playing some Call of Duty if I can get that to run with OBS at the same time. We'll see. Anyways, yeah, thanks so much for watching, and stay safe out there.